All right, Reggie. We've got a lot of people. I think this may be the most anticipated response of questions that we've had in a little bit. So, is there anything you want to talk on before I get into questions? Because I got a lot of questions this time to ask for sure.
Well, first of all, I want you to put up the little giveaways we're gonna do before each for a couple of shows, about 6 or 7 shows. We got some
Okay.
merchandise. I just want you to show, and we're gonna decide which day. I think we got a skateboard board, uh, some hoodies, and some T-shirts for
Yep.
Tupac on a new merchandise deal that the state just did. Uh, and we got some of that exclusive material right quick, and we're just going to let a couple of listeners get maybe one a show or something like that. Um, we'll think of a trivia question we'll throw out during during each segment, each show, and then whenever we throw out a trivia question, the first person that answer the trivia question that we see in the board, we'll mail it to you. You can mail it send us the address to bombfirst@hotmail.com. And when I tell you, or John tell you in the comment section, you're the first one to answer the correct, then be expecting something coming in the mail to you.
Okay. So obviously the first one is Daz did a interview on YouTube where he again repeated the same thing that he said to Vlad and a couple other interviews where he claims that he body slammed you and Suge Knight, and this was in 1996 and 1997, and I
Did
don't
we
know if
put
you
a
saw
restraining
it,
order
but
against him this time too? I think he also said we put a restraining order against him. Did we do that as well?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not
He
sure.
didn't say. He didn't say that. All right. Go ahead, John. He ain't say that. I'm being funny.
Okay. Okay, but no, no, no. My question was, did you see the YouTube video of him? And if so, what is your response to the fact that he continues to say that he wrestled you or body slammed you and Suge, yet he continues to say the same thing?
That's funny. Daz is still mad. Daz, I thought your homeboy Corrupt and Nate Dogg and Snoop did a song that said it ain't fun if the homies can't have none. You still mad behind that, Daz? Is that why you going around there laughing, lying, and telling your little stories? But you know what? That's what people start doing when they say stuff. They help you out and don't even realize they're helping you. Because in that interview, he accused me of stealing, which he better be careful, because that's some major accusations. And if he ever gets some money, he can be real liable. And I got 2 years to wait and see if he gets some money, because I know he broke, even though he tried to say he got $100 million. That boy funny. But y'all got to remember, Daz was a Sherm head. Daz was on Sherm majorly. And so that's why he says that stuff being funny. But Daz accused me of stealing because of something I've been telling y'all for the longest that I did. I've been telling y'all. I done told y'all on Cal Capone show, on Art show, on Vlad show. I talk about it every time on Ball First that I own a company called Simon Says Music Publishing. I bought music publishing from a lot of those guys. Now he trying to say I forged his name. Okay, Daz. Well, it's people that was involved, like Jeff Lowry, who's run Disney legal department now. That ain't gonna come to court and lie for you. That did the paperwork for me. You know your boy Bruce Colbriner, your accountant and business manager. He's not gonna lie for you, Dad, saying all that. You know I gave you a check for $75,000 to buy up your royalties for everything, and that's why you changed your music company from Amani's. And I bought all of that stuff and put it under Simon Says. And you went and created a new company for all your new stuff, which you had every right to do. But the good thing that you said and you not realizing, and I know Snoop and his attorneys are over there going crazy, is what? You acknowledged they got the paperwork, dog, by saying Snoop called you in and asked you, what's up with this? Now, okay, you're going to try to say I forged your name on it. But then that means a whole bunch of other people gonna have to come and say that as well, that I did buyouts with on what Simon Says. But I thank you and the groupie for acknowledging that they got the paperwork. Like I've told y'all, that's all I've been waiting. I've just been waiting, sitting back. I haven't collected one penny, so how can you steal something when you haven't collected any money? But I'm glad to know that y'all got the paperwork over there and that it's going to get investigated. And so now all I got to do, I ain't got to sue y'all now. I just send over the paperwork and say, hey, this is Reginald Wright, the junior, the owner of Simon Says Music Publishing. Send my money and my check to this address. So thanks for you and the groupie over there exposing that Snoop got the paperwork, and that's why you say y'all pulled the music off a line, is because y'all didn't want to pay me my publishing money, and Alan from E1 was in on it as well, which we all know ain't true or anything. But thank you, Daz. Thank you, groupie, because now we got a timestamp of you acknowledging that Snoop knows about it, you knows about it, which you still trying to say that forgery stuff, but how you going to say, did you forge that $75,000 check that you put in there? Did I forge that and force it down your checking account? Yes. Did I do that, dog? But anyway, Daz, be careful with what you say, man. Trying to be funny, because you're messing up stuff for your people. Groupie, that's one thing that you did right. So I thank you as well. And you know what, groupie? I'm going to say something. I had some stuff I was going to expose on you about your bankruptcy in 2018. You know about that. And your arrest and all of that. But you said something today on your interview, on one of your interviews, and said, I ain't going to tap at Reggie. I'm just going to shoot facts because of his condition in the wheelchair and all that. I don't get down on that. And I had to respect that. And so until you start slinging mud personally, I'm going to hold all of that stuff and I'm going to hold all that back until I feel like you're attacking me personally. Because like I always said, you're just throwing out opinions that are not supportive. I know you were trying to lead Daz, but Daz was like, oh no, Reggie ran Death Row. He ran the day-to-day operations, and you kept trying to get him to say otherwise. But Daz was like, no, he did. But he was stealing. You know, that was his comeback, which he ever gets some money, he better be able to prove those words, because I got my lawsuit going now for the, for getting messed up in the halfway house, and that's going very well. But my second thing was going to be Simon Says, but it looked like you're already investigating that, according to you and your statement. So it looked like I don't have to do nothing but sit back for that. And then, so you better be careful, because I might have some free time to do some lawsuits for making false accusations, because you got to remember, Death Row went through a bankruptcy. And those trustees and receivers hated Reggie Wright, Suge Knight, and anybody associated with it. And if they would have found anything stolen or taken inappropriate, they wanted my $2 million house. They would have got it before the government went after it. And so, yeah. Be careful, Daz. That's all I'm going to say. Got anything else, John?
Yeah, after he had the failed attempt to try to get Daz to say that you didn't run the company, even though you did, he said a couple more things. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about, he always says I'm gullible and I just fall for everything that you say or believe everything you say. I don't think he understands the history. So I'm going to give him a little history lesson real quick. When I started working for you guys in 1998, I wasn't hired by you. I was offered the job from somebody named Cedric. Once I accepted the offer, he then told me, all right, I got to get Reggie to sign off on this. I'll let you know. So for him to say that I'm gullible, I'm not gullible. I was there for 5 years. I remember everything having to go through you. And truth be told, I never talked to you hardly much at all during the death row time until after death row because I just did the website stuff. It's not like you deal with the lower level stuff. So for people to say, "Oh, John's gullible because he believes," yeah, I believe it because I was there and I saw it and I witnessed it
And
and
they
I
all
seen the
know it.
stamp. Yeah, but
They all know. We
yeah,
done had plenty of interviews with people where they, Miss Chalet was on paper as that was supposedly his wife while he was in prison. And she was on paperwork as the stuff, but she didn't deal with nobody. She did for about 2 months, her and Norris, prior to me coming on. They were dealing with people, but it got overwhelming. Suge was furious because Suge was locked down in Delano. But once he got out and was able to get visits in the prison, he was like, "Oh no, send Reggie. Where Reggie at?" He sent me a letter. "Reggie, where you at, dog? Why you? They ain't saying you ain't around. What's going on? Come and see me." That's May, June. Go up there and see, "Reg, me and you about to run this shit. We about to do this." Okay. Reg in charge from that time on. Norris, the brother-in-law, got fired. The sister was reassigned to home duty. Miss Chalet was told to go work on home jury or whatever. "All I need you to do is watch my money and stamp my checks that Reg bring to you." David Kenner, come see me every Tuesday. "Reg, you need anything? You need any contracts or anything signed? You send them by David on Tuesdays. Me and you running this, Reg." But the groupie don't understand that because he just read and he wasn't around. He always called himself a platinum artist, John.
yeah.
Let's
Right.
explain this to the people. But, John, I'm olive wind. I'm tired. This dude, he frustrates me and pisses me off because he's such a groupie. And people over there that just want to hate on death row, and Reggie want to go over there and blowing his head up. But would you explain to people why he calls himself a platinum artist? I'll start it off by saying Holly got a song, or allegedly saying he has a song where he sung on the hook because he ain't never sold no songs on his own. So why Tupac would let him get on a song with him originally, I don't know why. Probably because he was around there and, Holly Swain. And he probably was one of the homeboys that just had got out of jail that was running around with Thug Life in them back then. But I'll leave that part alone. But, John, tell them what happened.
Okay. So the song in question is a song called "One Day at a Time." He claims that he co-wrote the song. I don't know if he says he had a verse on it, if he says he did a hook on it. I don't know what he claims. But the song had leaked years ago with it's one Tupac verse. So it's a Tupac verse, and then it was a Spice One verse, and then some singers, and it wasn't him on this version that leaked years and years and years ago. The next thing we know, the song comes out on the Resurrection soundtrack with everybody stripped off the song except for Tupac's verse, and then they added in the Outlaws, and Eminem produced the beat. The song has leaked in its what was claimed to be the original form, but I've never heard him on it. I'm not saying he didn't do it, but no one's heard him on it other than some remixes that he put on SoundCloud. Yeah, so that's the song.
This is why he's a platinum songwriter.
Well, that's the thing. He tries to be very careful in the way he words it. So what he says is he's a platinum selling songwriter and recording artist. So what happens, and you can speak to this better than me, is the Tupac estate, they give credit to anybody who wrote. So if they took an original song and took Corrupt off and took, Val Young off and put totally different people on there, if you look at the credits on the album, they give writers credits to everybody involved.
I'll tell you the remix. Perfect example. All About You. I took Snoop verse off and put Top Dog on it. Snoop Dogg still got the writer's credit and got the credit for it. even though on the radio version and on the video, Top Dog was on it. A song that Hutch did with SKG. I put her on that verse. She didn't get any credit for it, writer credits or credits on the album. She got it as far as performance, but not as a writer credit. But guess who got the credit? The person that was originally on it, which I believe was Storm.
Storm, yep.
That was originally on it. And so that's why he's claiming to be a platinum writing artist, which that don't make you a platinum writing artist. They don't use the verses that you write, and you're not on it. Don't make you a platinum artist. And sure ain't gonna get you a plat mailed to you by the estate. So stop it, boy. Stop it, groupie. Stop it. What was some of the other stuff that he went into, John? Because it was so
one
much.
thing that Daz spoke about was he tried to say that, yeah, when Reggie was running death row up there, he thought he was Suge Knight. He was even wearing red suits around there. I've never seen a photo of you with a red suit, and
Sure.
I've never seen you with a red suit.
Exactly. But, that's Daz. Daz was a Sherman. Oh, this is the perfect thing that he said. That Tupac told him personally that I got fired. That I fired right away. Okay, allegedly, which I got security all around. I wish I got fired, to be honest. But August of 27th, I got security around Tupac on several occasions. Even Mutal verifies that. But Daz said he told him. Daz. See, that's when people start talking and just start agreeing. You forget your lies? Daz, were you in New York? No. Daz, were you in Vegas? No. Daz, do you forget where you and Corrupt was? Y'all wasn't getting fucked with around the end of August and September. Corrupt was in Philly, which he lined over there on Vlad, but I said I ain't gonna talk about Corrupt no more. But I hate that he trying to throw out that that's the reason why he became an alcoholic, because Tupac turned him on to Hennessy. No, Corrupt, no, Corrupt. He was on Hennessy way before that. He was drinking bottles of Hennessy at 9 in the morning, Corrupt. Stop it, y'all, with these lies, because I'm going to expose them. Daz, you and Corrupt wasn't around after that show that I think you were there. I don't even know if you was at the House of Blues, but you might have been. You probably was at the House of Blues. But after that, you were gone. You went back to Louisiana or Mississippi. That's why you wasn't in the car. That's why you wasn't at the MTV Music Awards with us. Come on, Daz. But when he told you, so you didn't even know the time, but you just agreeing because that man leading you in the sand stuff, and you just over there lying, Daz. Me and you bigger than that, Daz. We do have good history together. I told you, I apologize to you for putting out that you were sharing your wife. But other than that, stop lying on me, Daz. You body slammed me. You body slammed Suge. We went and got restraining orders against you. Nigga, you a clown. Nigga, you know the real get down, Daz. Don't you remember, Daz? Your police report when you saw us? Why you didn't body slam me then, nigga? When you went running to the police. Where's that police report? What did he say in that police report, John? Post it up so niggas can see it. So his homeboys can see it. They got guns. We ran over straight to the police where we knew y'all was at. This is your statement, Daz. Stop trying to be funny, homie, on the expense of Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright name is too big for a little sherm head buster ass nigga like you to be speaking on negatively. I could take it from little punks in the comments because they don't know me. But niggas that know me, nigga, you know me, Daz. You know the real homie. Stop it.
Yep. And I think anybody that's followed Daz since 2000, 2001, they know that he just lies. They know he lies. He's been doing it for years.
All right, y'all. For our first trivia question for today is going to be, name all the songs that was produced by that nigga Daz, the producer, that will release promotionally or release whoever named the most songs that Daz did beats for Tupac Shakur as a member of Death Row and Amaru. Because then he did something for Brother Realm, and didn't he do something, or did he do something for
Yeah,
Thug
he
Life?
did something for Murder Was the Case soundtrack, but then they later put it on gang related, so that can count. That's fine. Yeah. And then the winner will get a size extra large Tupac T-shirt, the one that you see on the screen right now. And then to enter, just make sure you try to answer the question correctly. Put it in the comments below, and we'll pick the winner.
All right.